Hey guys, welcome back. Have another tutorial for you guys. In a different angle today. I got a new camera, so I'm just trying it out. This is my first tutorial that I'll be trying it out on, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm on a snack cake kick. So I have another snack cake for you. We are going to make some zebra cakes. I took a bite out of this one. See how that looks? It looks like real cake in there. So this is another easy fake bake to do. So what you're gonna need, right, is you're gonna need a piece of foam. Put that over there. Pretty thin piece. And then you're gonna need to get the shape of it's basically a hexagon shape, so it looks like, you know, the shape of the Little Debbie zebra cake. So I have I'm gonna link this template under the description as I usually do. So we're gonna cut this out. Ouch. And I found that if you use a cutter like this and you make sure that the blade is out long enough, you get cleaner cuts. So you're just gonna go straight like that, and you're just gonna go straight down the other line, and you don't have as much styrofoam flying around. And I was like, man, I could have saved myself a lot of time if I would have just done clean cuts. I'm not really worried about wasting that styrofoam. I think I've got like 3 or 4 Little Debbies out of that one piece of styrofoam, so I'm good. Okay, so basically you got your piece is cut, so you don't have that much hangover like the other time I was like shaving it with a and look, there's not a lot of, so just make sure you do like straight cuts with a nice sharp blade and you'll be good, and you won't have that much mess, because y'all know I don't like that too much mess. It gets me crazy. I'm gonna just put this on my floor, so I'm not caring about that right now. So now what you're going to need is you're going to make the mixture. The mixture, we've made this plenty of times before. It's basically caulk, white paint, and Mod Podge. I don't have a precise measurement. You just mix it until it looks like icing. Okay, so what I did was I put a stick in here so I could hold it while I put the fake icing on there. Now you see, if you use a black marker, you got to make sure that you cover it very well, and not only that, let that be the bottom. So like that, if you don't cover it too well, no one's going to see these black lines because it's going to be facing down. Okay, so I'm going to cover the side. I'm going to start with the sides. I usually dip it, but this is so big that I didn't think dipping was a good idea, because I would have to make a large amount of the fake icing here, and I didn't want to do that, because then I waste up all my, you know, my caulk and stuff and my product, and it's really not necessary. Just take your time, make sure you cover all the edges, make it smooth. That's why it's good to use this craft stick, because you can scrape it with the edge, make it smooth. Make sure you get down here, and then we're going to go onto the sides and do that. Doesn't have to be perfect. So Here I go. I'm going to just spread some on there. Spread enough so it's covering the styrofoam. I suggest you use a craft stick because it has an edge to help you smooth it out. You get good coverage. And then you could just go and look. And make sure you get those edges so you don't have anything hanging around off of it. Over. If you don't want to do the other side, you don't have to. I'm going to do the other side. But you really don't have to if you don't want to. If nobody's going to see the bottom side, you don't have to do all of this. It's really not necessary. But I can't help myself. Make sure you cover up all that black ink. If you use a black marker, you just want it to go not be seen. Sure you cover that up real good, and then you just scrape. And you're good. Okay? And if you have any edges you feel like you want to clean up, just, you know, do like that. And you clean up your edges. So then after this, what I do is I get a foam block. And I just stick it in there to dry. Because this is going to take a little bit to dry, right? So you just leave it there. Whoop. Wait. Okay, that's better. So once that's dry, you're going to get this. See how I didn't put enough on the edge? You can still see a little bit of the black. But that's okay because I'm going to use this side. So it doesn't matter. Make sure you cover up your caulk mixture because you can use it for something else. As long as you cover this really well, it lasts for a while. So get you something that has a nice tight fitting lid and you can use it for something else. So next you're going to need to get some slick paint. I got brown. That's the only color that they really have it come in. So I'm going to put mine on here because I don't want to touch it or pick it up after I put the lines on it. So with this, I mean, I went online to look at the designs and I see like it starts at the top with a, like, you know, this edge right here, and then it goes and it makes the lines. So that's what I'm gonna do. The same thing. So it doesn't even have to be perfect because you know what? Whoever sees this zebra cake is gonna know exactly what it is. So then you just make your lines. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, there go your zebra cake. And then you get a Q-tip if you want. Got a Q-tip right here. I mean, a Q-tip. I always call it a toothpick, a Q-tip. Why this doesn't want to come out of here? Like, seriously. Okay, so I got my toothpick. And you can smooth the lines out. Because it gets a little thick. Like on the edges. Just carefully smooth it out. Smooth it out. You don't have to go all the way down. You just want to get that peak. You want to just take the peak off. Because it gets like these peaks. And we don't want that. So you just want to smooth out the peaks. And then you're going to let this dry. Right? And that's your zebra cake. But if you want to take a bite out of it, we're going to do that. Okay? So I'm going to put this to the side, let it dry. And then I have one here. And I'm going to take a bite out of this. I'm just going to cut it with my blade. I'm just going to cut out a piece. Let me move this out the way. I just don't want to mess with. Just going to cut a bite out of it. Okay. Then what you're going to do, you're going to mix up some paint. I'm going to tell you what I use to make the cake in the inside. So I used, let me get this. So we're going to leave the cake there, and we're going to, this one got, all right, let's do this. Because this got like sparkles and sprinkles and glitter on it, and I don't want that. So, matter of fact, let's start with, I'm using classic caramel. We're gonna start with that. You're gonna use a little bit of classic caramel. Oops. You don't need a lot. And then I'm gonna mix that. I'm not gonna use the golden sunset just yet. I'm gonna mix that a little bit with the, you know what? Forget about those colors. Let's try Sunny Day. And you're just gonna mix that up. Right? I'm gonna use a toothpick because that's how I'm gonna paint the cake when I get the color right to how I want it. And then I'm just gonna mix this. And actually this looks like this looks like golden sunset, the color golden sunset. So maybe I should have just used golden sunset and white. So I guess you could do that. You could use golden sunset and white. So I'm gonna add a little bit of white to this, just so it can lighten it up. Cause I want that look. I want it to look like, you know how the cake looks, like vanilla cake looks. And this is it. This is the color I'm looking for. That's the color I have in here. See that? So basically, I'm just going to take my zebra cake and I'm going to go in there and I'm just going to paint. And I'm using a toothpick because I wanted to get into those crevices. And I'm scared to use a brush because I might overdo it or like hit the edges. And I don't want to hit the edges because I just want the cake part to stay in here. So make sure you get in those crevices. Tap it. You gotta tap it real good. Make sure it gets into those crevices. You take your Q-tip and spin it around. And make sure you good. Right? See the cake? So right while you're doing that, you're gonna put the line of white. Okay, so you're gonna get your slick paint. If you don't have slick paint, you could use, I don't know, a caulk, but it's that you have to be kind of precise. So you could put some caulk and some Mod Podge in like a little bag, and do it that way. But I really suggest you use some slick paint. Okay, hold on. And then you try to get it in the middle as best you can and just go straight across. Just like that. Then you get your toothpick. Where's my toothpick? Are you kidding? Like, what happened to the toothpick? Oh, it's right here in front of my face. I'm like, what? Well, you know, guys, it wouldn't be a tutorial if I didn't say the wrong word or forgot the word or looking for something that's in my face. But anyways, it wouldn't be fun, would it? So you just take this and basically you just want to spread it out a little bit. Like you could thicken the line a little bit. Not too much. Don't get crazy and then it's going to be all misaligned and stuff. You just want to move it around, make it a little bit thicker, and that's it. And there you go. You have your zebra cake with a bite taken out of it. So I'm going to put this one over here to dry with that other one. And we have zebra cakes. Yummy zebra cakes. Right? That was easy. So I don't know if I'm going to make another snack cake or what I'm going to do, but I think I'm probably going to move on to something else. But I don't know. I had all these snack cakes on the brain for a while, and I've been wanting to make fake bakes of these cakes. So while we have some in-between time, I figured let me just put them out there so I could get them off my brain. So guys, until the next video, stay safe, stay healthy, keep crafting, and I will talk to you very soon. God bless you. Bye.